How satisfying is this win over Sean Strickland?
Absolutely. I think to go out there and beat him at his own game was a big priority. Because to go out there and fight the same fighters in Toronto, I could have done the exact same thing. But I didn't. I told you guys the whole week, I'm going to try and knock him out, try and submit him, or try, if this goes to a decision, complete domination. And that's what happened. I thought he was going to initiate the wrestling. Earlier, he tried at some stage, but it was too late. And, I mean, I just felt great. I felt great out there tonight to show progression. That was the biggest thing, to show that I can submit the best in the world, a guy that's never been submitted. I can go out there and knock people out, and I can go out there and outpoint a guy that outpoints anybody and do it over 5 rounds. That was a big win for me tonight, and it was a big performance. To stay calm. You know, when I got his nose, I didn't stay that calm, but that was just me smelling blood. But I got back to where I needed to be, and it was an incredible performance. It felt great.
Dana was in here, and he praised your performance, but he also was very impressed with Sean's tonight, where in the fact that when you broke his nose, a lot of fighters, that's the beginning of the end, they wilt. But Sean, after a bit of fixing his nose, went right back into it and stood in front of you to throw down.
No. He was in front of me moving backwards. He didn't stand in front of me. Otherwise, the crowd wouldn't have been booing.
But in that moment when you did break his nose, did you think that you were going to put him away?
Yes, I did. I saw him. He was definitely rattled. I could see him going backwards. My coaches, I could hear them going, chill. They were saying, chill out. And I went, here we go. And I honestly thought he was gonna. But just shows you the caliber of fighter, the caliber of heart. He's deserving of all the hype. What a tough person, and I have all the respect in the world for him.
Did you, after that moment, he didn't go away from there? I think that was around 3 or 4 when you broke his nose. Were you in your mind, you're like, all right, if he's not going down from that, this is probably going to be another 2-round war right now?
No. In fights, especially at this level, the poker face is amazing. I have a terrible poker face. When I'm tired, I'm like, you can see I'm tired. Just know that I'm not going away. I don't care if you know I'm tired. I'm just not giving up. People have the poker face, and people don't just give up. I thought that he might, but, you know, he became awkward in the sense where he pulled the Dricus on himself. You know, he started looking down, just looking away and throwing as hard as he could. And the punches didn't hurt me, but it was where I needed to say, okay, stay calm, let him hit me on the hands, and just keep on winning this fight and doing it the way we planned it, by beating him every single round.
On the mic at the end, you took it and walked straight at Alex Pereira. It seemed like you sent a message to him. There was something online that he challenged you to come up to 205, and you said, deal. Is that true? What happened backstage?
Yeah. He came up and he said, did you challenge me? And I was like, I did the whole show. I did the whole movie scene and everything. And you're like, did you challenge me? That's kind of, that's anticlimactic, but sure, yes. And I said, yeah, I did challenge you. But I did, I have the world's respect for Alex Pereira. I think he is the pound-for-pound best fighter in the world. I have the most respect for him, what he's done in a short period of time in the UFC, to come from another sport, what he's done there. But yes, I want to share the octagon with that man. I want to be a guy. I've beaten Adesanya. Who's beaten him? I know I can beat him. And at 205, 100%.
So Dana was also in here, and he said, that possible fight against you and Khamzat would also be pretty massive at this point. So if it were up to you and he came to...
No, Khamzat's first.
Khamzat's first?
Khamzat's first. No, I wish him... I said, please beat Uncle Live. No hate against Uncle Live. I just want to beat Alex Pereira. It's nothing personal against Uncle Live. It was just... Pereira, he's such a legend in the sport to me already, that it would be amazing to beat him for my legacy. I want to be the greatest to ever do this. But Khamzat's next. Khamzat is next. I want to make sure that this belt, the middleweight title, that there's no question that I'm the GOAT of the middleweight division. And I know that, you have Anderson Silva. In my mind, he is the GOAT of this division. And you have Adesanya, who's done incredible things. But it's not about how many times just you defend. It's about who you fight, how you defend it, and how you've done it, in what period of time have you done it, and who have you fought, and making sure that there's no question that I am the best middleweight, then going up. So I'm not rushing that my next fight is Alex Pereira. No. I want the Khamzat next. I think he deserves a hiding.
So I'm sure he's watching this. He's already been tweeting at you a lot after this fight. I doubt you've seen it, but
No, I've seen it.
yeah. So
Yeah, you can see he really tweeted. Usually when it makes sense, it's his agent. When it doesn't make sense, he actually tweeted it.
So do you have a message? I'm sure he's watching. Do you have a message for him?
No. Stay out of the cold.
Fair enough. And last one for me, there's obviously a couple other middleweights that have been kind of surging. Imavov had the big win. Carvalho was sitting octagon side. He seems to be struggling to find anyone that wants to fight him. So do you look at the rest of the top 10 of your division too and just kind of point out like future fights coming up?
Yeah, I mean, if you look at the top 5, how that's changed, it gets me as a champion excited. I mean, I thought the change to light heavyweight is going to be a lot quicker, but now the whole top 5 has been almost thrown on his head. If you look at a guy like Izzy and Rob, who's been running that division for how many years? Now they are 4 and 5. You have me, Strickland, Khamzat. I don't know if he's even in the top 5. It's really irrelevant. They want to give him a shot. You have Kyle and you have Imavov. What a performance by Imavov. I think you make the Kyle and Imavov fight. I think that's the next fight for the title after the fight with Khamzat.
I'm very interested to know what you think about, where Sean Strickland is going to be going next. I don't know if you like matchmaking, but do you think there could be a good fight for him to maybe potentially work his way back up? Or what do you think's next for him? Apologies for the topic.
That's a very interesting... I know what's going to happen next. I can almost guarantee you what's happening next. Is there any bet that he's fighting Adesanya next? Yeah, I just thought of that, yeah. Imavov, no ways. He's already shown that he beats that style every time. Yeah. Okay. Ooh, Rob. Oh, he said Rob only has a blitz. Oh, that would be great.
I think his specific words were Rob was a can. He might have been...
Yeah, but he said Rob was a can. That's very different than Rob is a can.
Correct.
He said Rob was a can when he fought Khamzat, which is completely different to Rob is a can. But he did say Dricus beat Rob and Rob only has a blitz. But that's only like that'll be like, nah. I think the Adesanya rematch will be amazing. Yeah, that's what's going to happen. Yeah, there's going to be a fight night main event. I know it.
And on Nasruddin Imavov as well, he's in an interesting position where some has said he's done enough to potentially get a title shot, but you've mentioned that Khamzat is next. Do you think he needs one more win to be in that conversation?
It doesn't matter what I think. We all know what's going to happen. Like, what do you think makes more money? Me and Khamzat or me and Imavov?
Yeah. You could also have Imavov. I know you said maybe not, but him and Sean Strickland, because Sean has beaten Imavov.
Sean Strickland beats Imavov every time. So it's that style is just no. If you make that fight, you're just eliminating another contender, and you can't have a trilogy fight with one guy beating the same guy twice. That's what you have with me and Strickland right now. So no, there's no way. Strickland is Robert Whittaker right now, and I'm Israel Adesanya of 3 years ago. That's in the position we are right now.
And one last question from me. Hypothetically, if Magomed Ankalaev were to beat Alex Pereira, would you still be interested in moving up?
Excuse me?
If Ankalaev were to hypothetically defeat Alex Pereira, would you still be interested in having that 205 fight?
Yes, absolutely, eventually. But don't you put that out there, please.
Going back to Strickland and Israel, you've fought both of them in the last 12 months. From the versions you've fought of both those fighters, who do you think wins between the two of them?
Jeez, you guys are not asking like the normal lame questions like you sometimes do. Jeez. If the fight goes past round 2, which it will, Strickland wins that fight. Strickland wins that fight.
Dricus, over here, mate. Congratulations. Video has come out of you and Sean sharing a word backstage after the fight. You able to let us in on what words you shared with him?
Yeah, I told him he was ugly before, when we fought, because he's not a pretty person to see. And yeah, we all thought so. But when I saw him after that, when I hit him on the nose, I went, wow. I couldn't believe he got uglier. I was like, wow. And he did. I was like, oh, your nose is so screwed up now. And he tried to break his nose back in the middle of the fight. And for some weird reason, I was giving him the opportunity. I was like, okay, let him get his nose. He went like this, and I went, okay. And then I went like, no, punch this guy in the face while he's trying to do that. And I went forward, and he kept doing this to the, let's say the right side. But his nose is broken to that side. And I was thinking to myself, you break it the other way. You should try and break it the other way, because he kept pushing it to the same side it was already broken to. And then he came back after that round, after the break. His nose was straight again, but it was thick. And I punched him again, and it just broke all the way again. And I was like, oh, sucks to be you right now. I hope it was a headbutt.
Hello, sir. Congratulations with the win. Continuing the topic with Khamzat, recently there were rumors that he has some issues with going to different countries, especially to the United States. That's why he's fighting in Saudi Arabia and Abu Dhabi, Emirates, I mean. So usually pay-per-views in these countries are in autumn. So in the case that if Khamzat really does have these issues, are you ready to wait for the first title defense till September, October?
That will be my third title defense. But yes, I'm willing to wait, I guess. But I don't care about pay-per-views. I care about taking names.
So you're ready to fight Khamzat in fight night?
A fight night in South Africa, yes, for sure. Definitely no. I'm not taking any random fight nights. I'll fight him in South Africa in a fight night for sure. Yeah. And in Saudi, I'll take him on a pay-per-view in Saudi for sure. 100%. In fact, I would prefer that. To beat him and conquer another place. Yeah, perfect.
Dricus, since you're breaking down fights, give us a little preview of what the Khamzat fight looks like in your mind. How much of a challenge is he, do you believe? And how do you see yourself beating him?
Jeez, guys, you don't give a guy a break. Just think about fights. Jeez. Counter the jab. Oh, no, that was Strickland's game plan. Let me think about something. The blitz, no. Rob. Yeah, I'll out wrestle him. Yeah, that's a game plan. Yeah, sounds good.